Hey everyone, it's Simply Food by TY, and we are here making pastelilos today, or empanadas, whatever way you like to say them. I wanted to give you a quick rundown of some of the ingredients that I'm going to be using. I have about 1 pound of ground beef here, 2 cups of water. If you have a 4-ounce can of tomato sauce, I would say use that. If not, use 2 tablespoons of ketchup. I'm going to use 1 packet of sazon. I am going to be using some Goya adobo seasoning. I have 1 medium russet potato there that I've cubed into, small little cubes. And then this here is what saves you all the time. Goya has now made the empanada disc for us, so you can use these. If you know how to make them homemade, feel free to do so. But this will save us a lot of time. Also, if you happen to have some sofrito on you, I would say use about 2 or 3 tablespoons of that. I don't have any on me, so I'm just going to leave that out today. So I have my pan getting nice and heated. So I will get back to you guys in 1 moment, and we're going to get this bad boy started. I'll see you soon. Alrighty guys, so we are back. So in my cast iron pan here, I made some bacon this morning. So I've left that oil in the pan, which is going to be a great addition to our seasoning. I already got that nice and hot. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is go ahead and add in our ground beef. That's going to be our first step. So we're just going to add that right on in. And then we're going to go ahead and add in the Goya adobo seasoning. Now, I'm not going to give specific measurements on how much of that seasoning to use because it's honestly to your taste. Some people like salt, some people don't like salt. So for me, I use about 1.5 tablespoons. So I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle some of that in there. Let me just get my wooden spoon so I can break up this meat really quick, and then I'm going to pour, get some seasonings going in here. So let's get that going. I'm going to add some black pepper, and let's turn this heat up some. Make sure that meat does not start to steam. Honestly, guys, this is the easiest. This is the most complicated part of the dish. Although it's so easy, this is the most time-consuming part. Is the filling. And honestly, if you don't like ground beef, you can use ground turkey. If you don't want that, you can use chicken. The options for, a filling for an empanada are honestly endless. You can kind of do, whatever you would like. So now I'm going to go ahead and add in some of the adobo seasoning. Okay. Oh my God, as soon as that adobo hit the pan, my God, it already smells delicious. Jesus. Okay. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is let this meat cook and brown. And I mean like completely brown. We don't like no gray meat around here. So we're going to let this completely brown over, fry this up. And then once the majority of the moisture is gone, we'll come back and I will then show you what the next few steps are. So I'll see you shortly. Alrighty guys, so I just wanted to give a quick update on the ground beef. So at this point, this is around the time when a lot of people kind of tend to be like, oh, okay, well, the meat is almost done. No, ma'am, no. So what we're going to continue to do here at Simply Food by TY is we're going to let all of that excess liquid that you see here, that's all water. Ground beef lets off a lot of water. So we're going to let all of that evaporate out of the pan, and then you're going to hear a beautiful sizzling sound, and that's where you're going to get those beautiful brown bits all over the ground beef. So we're going to keep letting this go for another, I say, 5 or 10 minutes until the majority of that moisture is out and you hear the ground beef frying in the pan. And then we'll go ahead and add in the tomato sauce, we'll add in the sazon, we'll add in at this point, only the 1/2 cup of water, and we'll add in our potatoes. But we'll get to that shortly. So I'll see you soon. Alrighty guys, so we are back. I've let this go for another, 5 or 10 minutes or so. And listen to that sound. That's what you're looking for. See those beautiful brown bits that are starting to get all over the ground beef? That's what we want. We want this ground beef to be fully cooked. And at this point, this is when you really want to make sure that, you're breaking up the ground beef as much as you can. You don't want any big chunks. So we're just going to break it up. And so now, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring over the packet of sesame. I'm going to bring over the half a cup of water, the 2 tablespoons of ketchup, or if you have 4 ounces of tomato sauce, and then the potatoes as well. So let me get all that set up, guys, and we're going to get ready to finish this up in a few moments. See you soon. All right, guys, so we are back. So now what we're going to do is just create a little well in the center of your pan. Just move some of the ground beef off to the side. And we're going to go ahead and add in our tomato sauce. And we're also going to go ahead and add in our packet of sesame. And I'm just using 1 packet here. Okay. And so now, I'm just going to mix this up a little bit in the center, just to cook off some of that tomato taste. And now, I'm going to mix it up. That sound is absolutely amazing. And guys, if you like more tomato in yours, you know, add as much as you want. You know, it's whatever you like, honestly. I'm also going to add in a few dashes of Cholula hot sauce to this at this point as well. Just a few. And you can omit that, or, you know, if you don't want to use the hot sauce, you know, you can use cayenne pepper. You can use some fresh peppers. It's whatever you like. I'm over here making a damn mess. But hey, it's my kitchen. Okay, guys. So, we got that nicely mixed in. Let me clean up this mess because this is going to bother me. I don't like no dirty kitchen. Okay. And now, I'm going to go ahead and add in our bowl of potatoes. Just going to add that right in. And I'm going to add in a half a cup, actually 1 cup of water. So you're going to leave 1 cup behind. A little bit more. Perfect. And so now, I'm going to turn this down so that it's at a slow simmer. And now we're just going to let this meat tenderize and the potatoes cook. And I want them soft to touch, but I don't want them overcooked. The potatoes, that is. So we're going to go ahead and just make sure all of the potatoes are down in the meat, like so. I'm going to cover this up, guys, and I'm going to let this cook for another, I say 10 to 15 minutes. And then when we come back, it is going to be delicious. This is my filling for my pastelilos, for my beef empanadas. You know, you can switch it up however way you want to. You know, like I said, you can use chicken, you can use shrimp, you can use ground turkey, you can make it vegetarian. You know, you can do whatever you would like. You know, it's all your preference. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and cover up this pan. I'm going to let this simmer for about 15 minutes or so. And then when we come back, I'll show you the finished product. See you soon. All right, guys, so we're back. Like I said, I let that go for another, 10 or 15 minutes. And now, this is the test. Yes, God. I'm going to go ahead and give this a taste, just to make sure that my potatoes are, where I want them to be. But this meat is so tender and juicy from adding in that 1 cup of water, I'm telling you. And the reason why I said, only add in 1 cup at a time is because you don't want it, to be too diluted. So, you just add more if you need more, but that 1 cup appears to be just enough. So I'm just going to give this a quick taste, just to make sure my seasonings are where I want them to be, and just to also make sure that my potato is ready to go. Try not to burn my damn tongue. You know that don't make no damn sense. That is absolutely delicious, guys. Jesus. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add in my few dashes of my Cholula because I love to have just a little bit of heat, not too much. And I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more of the other camera died on me. But anywho, we're back. So yeah, so like I said, I added in my few dashes of my Cholula hot sauce and a splash more of that adobo seasoning. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cool off for about 20 minutes and we're going to come and fill up our... Guys, so we are back. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to show you how to make the empanadas. And I'll probably show you how to make about 2 or 3 of them. And then I'll sign off, get them all done, and then we'll come back and freeze them up. So the first thing we want to do is flour our board. This will just make it easy so that way we don't have to worry about the dough sticking to our hands. And I'm just going to make sure I have a little bit on my hands as well. Okay. So we're going to take one of our empanada discs. And these have been sitting out, so they got nice and room temperature. Here you go. And we're just going to make sure that it's lightly coated. And this will just make it easier on us so that, again, they don't stick. We're only going to put about 1 to maybe 1.5 tablespoons of the filling. You don't want to overfill it or it's going to make a huge mess. So I'll show you how we do that. And like I said, I've let this mix cool down about, 10-15 minutes. Okay. So just a little bit more, not too much. And now we're just going to take it, both sides, here, and I'm just going to fold it over, like so. And I have a little bowl of water here, and I'm just going to dab the edges down just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to turn it around, and now I'm just going to go ahead and pinch down the sides, like so. It's so easy and so simple to make, guys. They're absolutely delicious. And there you go. Just like that, we made some empanadas. So I'm going to show you how to make this about 2 more times. And then, like I said, I'll sign off and then we'll come back once they're all done. And I'm just going to sit that to the side. So I'm going to go ahead and grab another piece of the dough here. And again, the reason why I let this sit out so to be nice and pliable. So again, just going to get a little bit of flour on each side. Not much. And we're going to get our filling. And if you can get the large empanada disc, then you can really fill these bad boys up. But this is just enough. And then I'm just going to take my fingers and I'm just going to wet around the outside. And this water is going to work like glue. And again, I'm going to take it, I'm going to fold it all the way over. Make sure our meat stays on the inside. Take my fingers to press down to push the meat back. Like so. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of the water, go around on the outside, just a little bit, and then take our fork and simply pinch down. And guys, that's it.
Well, she came to visit you in the hospital.
It's just that simple.
And you talked.
And what you want to do is, after you make these, you want to put them in the fridge for about 10 to 15 minutes, just so that, they can really stick and hold to each other. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. Get a full plate of those done, and then when I come back, we are going to be ready to fry up some homemade pastelilos. I'll see you shortly. Bye-bye. I'm going to give you guys a quick close-up of me making one more of them. So again, we have our disc here. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of flour right over the top. Just a little bit. Then we're going to shake off all the excess. And then I'm going to put, like I said again, just 1.5 or maybe just 1 depending on how big your spoons are of the filling. Just enough so that there's a nice little piece of filling on the inside. And then we're just going to fold it over like so.
You never know what you'll find up here.
Pinch down the sides. And then we're going to take our little bit of water, come on each corner just like so. And this water is going to work like glue. And then I take the fork and I'm going to go from corner,
Alright, close your eyes.
working my way around to the center. Just slowly pinching it down, not putting too much pressure, but just enough. And there it is. So again, I'm going to go on ahead, guys, and finish making these bad boys up, and then in about 20 minutes, we'll be ready to fry them up. So we are back here with Simply Food by TY, and I have finished making all of the pastelitos. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in the fridge and let them rest for about 10-15 minutes, and then when we come back it'll be time to fry them up. So I'm just going to pop them in the fridge, just let them sit in there for a little bit, and then we will be back shortly. See you soon. Alrighty guys, we are back here with Simply Food by TY, and as you can see, I already have my first set in my oil here. I have my pan about halfway filled. And what's funny, this is definitely a blooper. The one thing that you want to make sure you do as soon as you take them out of the fridge is just take a little knife and just poke 3 little tiny holes in the top of them so that there's somewhere for the air to escape, because if not, they're going to puff up like these ones that I have in the grease. But ain't nobody got time for that because they still going to be eating. We ain't fit to be wasting no food around here. So, again, I'm just going to give these a flip. Everything on the inside is already fully cooked. Oh my God, y'all, these are going to be damn delicious. You know this don't make no sense. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take these out. And literally, like I said, they don't take but a few seconds. Look at that. They are going to be so good, I'm telling you. You have no idea. You guys, when I tell you these things are going to be beautiful and crispy, let me give you a nice little close-up shot of the ones that I've done. Look at those. Look at them. I mean, honestly, they're going to be great. So now, let's go on ahead and let's put in the next set. And be careful when you're putting these into the oil. You want to make sure you don't burn your damn self now, so don't go crazy. Just put them on in there. Don't be sitting there playing around in the oil. And I'm going to put in only 3 at a time because you don't want to overcrowd your pan. And like I said, because I have this pan already more than halfway filled, you won't really have to worry about, flipping them too much. Just enough so that you have an even coating. I flip it every maybe, minute or so. It only takes about 3 minutes for these to cook because honestly, everything in them is fully cooked. So this is a really easy, simple dish. And while I was letting those rest, I went ahead and made a bowl of my corn and avocado salad. I'm going to have that on the side. And we're also going to have some yellow Spanish rice. So it's going to be a good little meal we have going on here tonight. Matter of fact, let me put that in the fridge while you guys are keeping an eye on my empanadas. I'm telling you, there is nothing like a good old beef empanada, I tell you. Hopefully everybody is having a great day, great night. And again, the little trick that you have to remember to do, and honestly, these ones here, oh my gosh, it's so hot. But like this one here, look at how golden brown and crispy that is. Oh my God. But what you want to do is when you take them out of the fridge, you want to take a knife, a little paring knife, and just poke 3 little tiny holes at the top. And that way, there'll be somewhere for the air to escape, and they won't puff up as much, and they won't separate. If there's nowhere for that air to escape, they're going to try to expand it, and they'll open up on you, and then your filling will go all over the damn place. And you don't want that. So while we're doing that, let me move these ones out of the way. And I'm just going to go on ahead and get my rice going here. And honestly, I'm not even, making anything fancy. I'm just going to make 1 box of the Goya yellow Spanish rice. Quick and simple. If you guys want to see how to make it homemade, let me know in the comment section below, and I will be sure to do that recipe for you. I know I've had some requests on my guacamole. Oh my God, they just look delicious. I'm telling you, these with some rice, the night is going to be made. We're just going to keep letting those cook up there. And honestly, guys, I don't think you need to sit here and watch me cook all 10 of these things. I'm going to finish frying these up, and then when I come back, you guys are going to see the plated version. I'll see you shortly. Alrighty, guys, we are back here with Simply Food by TY, and as you can see, I have finished making all of the empanadas. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you like what you saw, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I want to go ahead and cut one of these bad boys open so you guys can see what the inside of them looks like. They're so crispy. Look at that. Nice and flaky on the inside. Yes. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in, and I'll see you guys shortly. Bye.